Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about hints on training in his book, The Education of a Bodybuilder. And he gives some hints about training. He gives 6 and they're numbered. So in this video, we're just gonna go through them briefly and talk about what the legend himself says. So I'm a big fan of Arnold. I've seen most of his movies. I still haven't seen Stay Hungry. I need to watch that one, but I think it's called Stay Hungry. If you know, leave a comment because that's one of his older movies I think that wasn't really popular, but I need to watch that. Some hints about training. Give your full concentration to each exercise. Feel what the exercise does to your muscles as you move. Yeah, so when you're lifting, you really want to focus on that muscle. For example, today I just finished doing a push workout and I was training my upper chest. A lot of guys want to have that upper chest definition. And I was doing incline bench and I don't typically do too many sets of incline. I usually do 3 sets of incline on push day and that's it. That's the only upper chest work I do. But today I thought I really want to target my upper chest a lot more. And I noticed that when I had a wider grip, I felt it up here in my upper chest a lot more. So things like that. Or I just did a supersets of lateral raises and front raises. And I found that if I bent over and I bent my elbows a little bit more, I could feel it more in my side delts. So try to feel the muscle you're trying to work. Super important. Good form is more important than the number of repetitions. Add more resistance as you get stronger. This is tip 2, but never at the expense of good exercise form. So this is one that's important. You do want to have good form. When you go heavier, sometimes you do break the form. If you've seen Arnold's movie, Pumping Iron, you see him doing some weights there and he's swinging the weight a little bit. Arnold is a human being just like the rest of us. He knows what he's doing. Sometimes you do have to lift heavier and just, put some momentum into it, but you're still trying to work the muscle. You're still trying to overload that muscle. Sometimes that swinging on the bicep barbell curl, that negative, that's when you feel, you swing up and then you just slowly release. So you get that bicep involvement there. So whatever it takes to get a pump, but always be safe, never hurt yourself. I think that's what he's trying to say there. After your workout, stand in front of a mirror and check your body. Do a few poses. Make an honest assessment of your progress. So, you want to look at your body. How are your shoulders looking? How are your biceps looking? Do you have big biceps? Are your triceps smaller? I'm trying to work on my triceps. What about your shoulders? Are they smaller? What about your chest? Is there definition in your chest? What about, do you have a six-pack? How are your quads? How are your hamstrings? Be honest with yourself and realize also, I want to add to this comment that a lower body fat percentage is going to have a big impact on how you look. It's really easy to eat a lot of food and lift a lot of weights and go to the gym and train hard. That's easy. It's really hard to go to the gym, lift a lot of weights and train hard and watch your diet and get adequate rest and drink a lot of water and don't do dumb stuff like go drinking all the time, right? It's hard to do that. It's hard to have a clean diet, sleep well, rest well, and train hard and keep your calories low so that you can be lean, strong, and fit. It is not easy, otherwise everyone would have an amazing body, right? Bodybuilders, as Arnold says, this is from another quote of Arnold, are the masters of sculpting their body. A bodybuilder is like an artist, It's like if you want to put on some deltoid, you do some lateral raises, put on a little bit of deltoid, right? You want some biceps, you do some curls, you put on some bicep muscle. It's paraphrasing from his movie, Pumping Iron. Maintain a positive mental attitude at all times. That's tip number 4. Yeah, I think that's really good. Arnold was always a really positive guy. He has a new series. It's called Arnold. It's on Netflix. And if you watch that, in that series, you catch that he had that mentality. Like the dude was like super loose and always ready and just always ready for any opportunity. Just a very fun-loving guy, very positive guy, very nice person, just a good person, right? And just, I don't know, he just had a really positive outlook. And I think that's what I got. That's one of the things I got from that documentary. And I don't know if he knows this. He probably knows this. Arnold's super smart. The guy's a genius, right? He's not dumb. I'm sure he knows this. But he has a positive attitude, and that's really what's helped him get so far in life. 5, you must eat well and get adequate sleep when you are on a serious bodybuilding program. You need 8 to 9 hours of sound, restful sleep every night. Yes. Mending and growth takes place during these periods of rest. If for some reason you miss your quota of sleep, take a half-hour to 1 hour nap after you get home from work. This will refresh you, help you recuperate more fully, and speed your progress. Yes. So this is a tough one for a lot of people. It's hard to get a lot of sleep. I have a friend who is a power lifter and he works full-time and he's a power lifter. So he works full-time as an engineer and he also lifts weights. And he was overtraining. He overdid it because it's just a lot, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with sleep too. Getting a lot of sleep is important, and it's important to rest. That's when your muscles grow. So sleep, 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 whatever it takes, get that sleep. If you're stressed and you can't sleep, get rid of that stress, right? Sleep. I can't emphasize that enough. You can even see it in movies. In the movie Pumping Iron, there's a scene where Arnold is laying on the beach with his friends, and it's a really cool scene because Arnold says something like, you know, when you're already at the top, someone says, when you're at the top, there's nowhere to go but down. And he goes, no, but you can stay on the top. So anyways, ranting, he's on the beach, he's taking a nap. That's the point. Arnold's sleeping on the beach. Sleep is important, and bodybuilders know it. 6, anything worth doing at all is worth doing well. Put your heart and soul into your training, diet, and sleep programs. Yeah, so that's important, right? Notice training, this is just one aspect of it, right? Diet, that's a whole other aspect. Sleep, that's another aspect. All 3 of those things with consistency can make a big deal. Success in bodybuilding could be a key to other successes. It has been for me. I believe you can do anything you want, build a great body, obtain wealth, be a success in life if you want it badly enough and you're willing to work for it with all your heart. And I believe this philosophy. I also believe this philosophy. Many people don't believe it maybe, and that's fine. You don't have to believe it, but this is probably why I like Arnold so much and why I wanted to make this video. That is my philosophy in life, right? To be as great as you can be, to be as fit as you can be, and hopefully this video motivates people. And those are Arnold's 6 tips, right? 6 tips on training. This is a used book, by the way, but I'm pretty sure it's still in print. I'll leave a link in the description to this video in case you want to check it out. So it's called Arnold, The Education of a Bodybuilder, and I'm just gonna smell it here. It's a great book. It's got pictures of Arnold. Look at that, there's a young Arnold. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, awesome. So on this channel, by the way, I'm the Fitness Sorcerer. I also have another channel. It's called The Math Sorcerer. So on The Math Sorcerer, I do math, education, other stuff. Here it's going to be mostly fitness, my workouts. I post my workouts just because it's fun to post them. Why not, right? It's the internet. You can do whatever you want. So I post my workouts. And yeah, so train hard and try to train every day if you can. Take breaks when you need to. Focus on those 3 things. If you take anything away from Arnold's tips, it's really a 3-part process, right? Just like he said, those 3 training programs, right? I think he called them training programs. Let me just check. Training programs, here it is. Put your heart and soul into your training, diet, and sleep programs. So you call all of them programs, right? So all 3 are important. Training program, diet program, and a sleep program. Even the sleep is that important, that he gives it a separate thing. Until next time, try to be as fit as you can possibly be. Stay strong.